Equatorial Guinea stands out as the only nation in Africa to adopt Spanish as its official language. This invitation to explore opens doors to a universe of traditions, architectural expressions, and peculiarities that give this African country a fascinating uniqueness. Located in the heart of Central Africa, it is bordered by Cameroon to the north, Gabon to the east and south, and bathed by the Gulf of Guinea to the west. This nation is characterized by its geography divided into two main parts: the island of Bioko, which houses Malabo, the capital, and the Rio Muni Peninsula on the mainland. With a population of around 1.4 million people, Equatorial Guinea is a sovereign country with a rich cultural and historical mosaic. Spanish influences since the 19th century, periods of dictatorship and steps towards democracy, as well as independence, are striking aspects of its historical development. Within its cultural spectrum, ethnic groups such as the Fang, Kom, and Bozian stand out. The history of this country extends back to prehistoric periods, evidenced by human presence in the region for over 10,000 years. Despite visits by Phoenicians in antiquity and previous Portuguese colonization, it was only with the arrival of the Spanish in the 19th century that Equatorial Guinea began to shape its contemporary identity. The Spanish expansion kicked off in 1843, after hitting a roadblock in territorial advances through the Sahara, prompting Spain to explore new trade routes with Guinea to establish commercial ties with neighboring Congo. In 1929, Spain established the colony of Spanish Guinea, comprising present-day Equatorial Guinea, Rio Muni, and the islands of Bioko and Annobon. Throughout colonization, Spain introduced cash crops like rubber, cocoa, and coffee, alongside efforts to convert the local population to Christianity. Between the 1950s and 1960s, Equatorial Guinea endured a period of political instability fueled by the desire for independence among its diverse ethnic groups. The main movement for liberation from colonial rule was led by the National Union of Equatorial Guinea, PUNG, founded in 1959 by Francisco Macias Necma, who would become the nation's first president after independence in 1968. Macias Necma's government was plagued by corruption and severe human rights violations. In 1979, he was ousted in a coup organized by his nephew, Teodoro Obiang Nguema, who seized power and has ruled the country with an iron fist, keeping Equatorial Guinea among the countries with the lowest levels of civil liberties. Although the country experienced an economic boom with the emergence of the oil industry in the 1990s, the wealth hasn't translated into significant improvement in the living conditions of the majority of the population. Before we move on, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Equatorial Guinea. Share your opinions in the comments below. If you're enjoying this video, please like and share it so more people can tune in. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest news. Let's keep going. The political situation in Equatorial Guinea is known for its repression and instability, with political opposition often suppressed and a lack of open political debate. Practices like torture, unjustified dismissals, and press censorship are common occurrences. Although the Constitution provides for free elections, Obiang has ensured overwhelming victories in successive re-elections. Currently, Equatorial Guinea faces significant challenges both economically and politically. Despite its natural riches in oil and gas, a large portion of the population experiences severe poverty conditions. The government has been criticized for its opaque management and corruption, anticipating significant changes in the country in the near future. Equato-Guinean culture is rich and diverse, reflecting the blend of various traditions. The rich cultural tapestry of Equatorial Guinea is remarkable for its vast ethnic diversity, deeply marked by inherited traditions. At the heart of this diversity, music stands out as a central pillar, manifesting in two main strands. On one hand, we have the expression of traditional music, characterized by the use of ancestral instruments like the balafon, kora, djembe, bongo, and a variety of drums, weaving melodies that resonate with the soul of the land. On the other hand, the innovation of contemporary music is present, blending sounds of electric guitars and percussion with influences from jazz, blues, samba, and merengue, reflecting a dialogue between the old and the new. The social structure in Equatorial Guinea places the family at the center of its social fabric, where women take on crucial roles in guiding and educating the new generations, earning a position of profound respect within communities. These responsibilities underline the importance of women, although the struggle for gender equality and equitable access to opportunities remains a continuous challenge, highlighting the need for significant advancements in this area. When it comes to aesthetics, it's common among women in Equatorial Guinea to preserve traditional cultural practices in their attire, seen in the vibrant clothing and head accessories like turbans and elaborately decorated hats. These clothing pieces are often handmade and adorned by the women themselves. Due to the country's equatorial location, most women have a sun-kissed complexion, reflecting constant sun exposure. Additionally, there's a noticeable presence of curvaceous and harmonious bodies. Facial features tend to vary depending on the region and ethnic group, with many sporting broad noses and full lips. While some women may share similarities with features typically found in other African countries, such as large eyes and prominent cheekbones, others may exhibit traits more aligned with European or Asian heritages due to ethnic diversity. Young people in Equatorial Guinea generally have a positive perception of Latin culture, appreciating its presence in aspects like music, dance, and fashion trends. Many are enchanted by the liveliness and infectious rhythm of musical styles like salsa and reggaeton, as well as admiring prominent Latin artists. Latin female figures, in turn, are seen as beauty and expression icons, inspiring fashion and beauty trends. In the context of Equatorial Guinea, faith holds a prominent place, with over 80% of the population professing Catholicism, while other beliefs are divided between animism and Islam. Religious celebrations, including masses and processions dedicated to patron saints, as well as festive events like Holy Week and Christmas, are significant manifestations of spiritual life in the country. Equatorial Guinea's cuisine, rich and varied, reflects the country's ethnic mix, standing out in the local culture. Dishes like dole, a soup rich in green leaves with added fish or meat, a pongi, a preparation of cassava or yam-based dough accompanied by pork ribs, and fish soup enriched with annatto, are typical examples of its gastronomic offerings. Besides cultural elements like music and dance, Equatorial Guinea takes pride in its architectural legacy, a witness to its colonial history. In places like the Brewery, Freedom Square, the Grand Hotel, and the Church of Mercy in the city of Bata, notable examples of its distinctive architecture can be found. In Malabo, the country's capital, the influence of Spanish colonization is evident, with the city hosting a variety of buildings constructed under Spanish rule from 1827. Many of these structures remain well preserved and exhibit a neoclassical style marked by elegance, sobriety, and symmetry. Among the architectural gems of Equatorial Guinea, the Grand Hotel Malabo stands out, erected in 1916. Located in the heart of the city, close to Independence Square, today it serves as a vibrant center for events and cultural manifestations. In addition to this icon, Malabo houses other colonial-era treasures, such as the Presidential Palace, City Hall, the Church of the Immaculate Conception, and the National Theater, all displaying the architectural splendor of the period. The Equato-Guinean population is known for its hospitality and friendliness towards visitors, even though the country is not a mass tourism destination. Locals value respect and cordiality in treating tourists. It's important for visitors to be informed about local laws and cultural expectations, especially regarding attire and behavior in public. The dress code tends to be conservative in much of the country, with particular attention to wearing appropriate clothing that covers legs and shoulders, especially in religious settings. Tourists should also be aware of specific regulations, such as the need for permission to take photographs, which may surprise those unfamiliar with Equato-Guinean laws. It's crucial for visitors to show respect for others' privacy, especially in areas of higher sensitivity like government institutions, transportation terminals, military bases, and places of worship. Additionally, it's important to be aware that Equatorial Guinea has specific laws against homosexuality, with severe legal consequences. In short, Equatorial Guinea offers immersion in a rich culture, intriguing history, and unique architecture. If you're seeking a new adventure, consider this incredible country as your next travel destination. Remember to subscribe to our channel to keep up with our future updates. We also invite you to share this video and express your impressions in the comments. We're looking forward to hearing about your experience and opinion.